Loki and Hecate Part 3, Archetypal Boogaloo. You guys are here for the connection between Loki and Hecate, and we've got a few more things we can talk about. Hecate has a mysteriously strong link with Cerberus, and Loki has a mysteriously strong link with Fenrir, to the point where the lines between them often get blurry. Real quick, Fenrir the wolf usually has two names, Fenris and Fenrir. Fenris is short for Fenrisulfur, which means the wolf of Fenrir, which means that it's Fenrir's wolf. Then who is Fenrir? Oh, it's Loki. That's just one theory, but it's pretty interesting. In the future, I'm going to do a video on the symbolism of Loki's children, including Fenrir, and it just goes so deep, it actually blew my mind, so I'm excited to talk about it. Loki was called Hverdrung. Hecate was called Brimo. Both of these mean roarer. Very interesting. Hecate was associated with dead spirits. Loki leads an army of the dead. Hecate was associated with the cycle of seasons. Loki was associated with Ragnarok, which many interpret as the change of seasons. Hecate's key symbolic associations were the dog, the snake, the horse, and the dead. Loki's children include a dog, a snake, a horse, and the dead. And while Hecate was never really described as a trickster, you're going to hate this. In the Gnostic text, Pistis Sophia, Hecate is described as the source of lies and deceit and coveting. Sounds like someone else we know. Plus, Hecate's other animal association was the weasel. Just going to leave that right there. So now we're firmly in the realm of the symbolic and the archetypal, but I think it's important and I think it's worth thinking about because gods point to real patterns in the psyche and in nature. So in some sense, I believe these two deities are pointing to the same patterns. They're both liminal boundary figures. Maybe they're two sides of the same coin, right? Hecate guides you across the boundary and Loki sidesteps the boundary. One other cool thing is that keys are a huge part of Hecate's symbolism. And Loki, while the etymology of his name is hotly contested, one of the ideas is that it means lock. In a structural, functional sense, both of these deities seem to have sort of a hand in enforcing fate. Loki always seems to show up when the gods try too hard to avoid the prophecy. And Hesiod says that it's only by Hecate's assent that Zeus is allowed to reign. I'm doing my best to mediate a left brain and a right brain approach at the same time. So I hope you'll come with me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Happy to talk about this with anyone further. I really do love this stuff. I want to learn from all the angles. If I can ever sharpen these ideas through a discussion or a debate, I would love to do that. Let's go. You know, one way to look at a deity is as a way to see the world, right? When I put on my Loki glasses, things look a certain way. When I put on my Hecate glasses, things look a different way. Sometimes they point to the same things. And I think it's really interesting to see what that feels like, how that changes your experience, your perspective. So let me know in the comments how this is resonating. I'm genuinely curious to hear.